Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to start an eco weaving with just plastic bags. So we call it eco weaving because we're using recyclable materials to make a weaving. We're just going to use cardboard and we're going to make our loom out of plastic bags, and then we're going to start weaving it with a plastic bag. So I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay. First, to start our loom, I'm going to mark each side, the short side. I'm going to split this in half. I'm just eyeballing it, I'm guessing. And then after I split this in half, I split each section in half. And I keep splitting them in half. So I split that in half, split this in half, then I split this in half, this in half, this in half, this in half, until I have a good distance apart. And I think that's pretty good for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is good for me. And then I'm going to flip it over. Do the same thing on this side. I'm just guessing this is about half. This is about half. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The important part is that there are the same amount of spots on each side. And note that I am only doing it on the short side and keeping the long side blank. And then I'm going to go ahead and just cut on each mark that I made. I put my scissors all the way in, I open them all the way up, put them all the way in, and cut just about the length of the mark that I made. Okay, flip it over, do the same thing on this side. Okay, now I have the foundation for my loom. All I need now is a plastic bag. Now this is just a regular grocery bag I got at the store. There was a video that we watched earlier in the week where a lady took a old t-shirt and she cut it out, and what she did is she started at the base of the t-shirt and she started cutting here, and then she just circled around and she spiraled around so that she made this one t-shirt a huge long strip. And that's exactly what I'm going to do with this bag. So I'm just going to start cutting here. I do a little mark in, and then I'm just going to start cutting, and it does not have to be perfect, okay? I'm just going to start cutting, and I'm just turning it, and I'm cutting. I'm just going to keep spiraling around, okay? And I'm just going to try and find my old line. And the handles, I'm going to twist all of this together so it will be fine. You see how I'm coming up against the piece that I started, and I'm just keeping my distance. I'm keeping about 2 inches away, and I'm just going to keep circling around. Okay, now at the end you will see I now have this really long strip of plastic. Some of these pieces are a little skinnier than others. It's fine. If it tears, we can tie it back together. This is going to be a very rustic weaving. So you see how then this is the handle, and I will just twist it like this when I get to the handle. So it will be just great. So I'm going to start twisting, like I said, that piece, because this is the piece I'm going to use to start with. And I just want that handle all incorporated. It just makes it stronger anyway. Okay, this piece is going to be the extra piece that's hanging out in the back. just like if I were doing this with yarn, I'm going to leave a little bit there, and then I push it through here, there, right? And this is my piece. And I'm twisting it a little extra right here just because of that handle. The rest of the pieces, I'm not going to worry so much about twisting as much. I don't want the handle to get all messed up in my weaving later. I don't know if it actually will. But then when I get down to here, I'm going to tuck it in on this side. Right. Okay. So, and then I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to wrap it around the back. Every once in a while I'll twist it. I'm not pulling too tight because I don't want the cardboard to bend and warp. And I don't want the plastic to rip. Okay, then when I get to the end, I have it all here. Same exact thing as if you were doing this with yarn. At my two ends, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this right there. Take my two ends, I'm going to tie them together. 1, 2, nice little knot. You can cut off the excess if you want to. And then I'm left with a very rustic but workable eco loom. Now I'm going to use all this extra that I have here, and I'm going to decide how I want to weave it through. For this one that I have over here, I just wove it through like a normal, I didn't braid it or anything, I just left it as is. I think I might braid this first and then weave it through. So, and think of all the other things that you can weave through. This is an eco weaving, so we're just focusing on all recyclable materials and anything that we can weave through this. All right, enjoy.